Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into the wild world of locked weapons in Roblox, and trust me, it's gonna be a fun ride. If you're a fan of Blue Lock, you're gonna love how these weapon types are inspired by the characters from the show. We've gone ahead and ranked them all for you, so you can figure out which ones are worth your time and which ones, well, might just let you down during a match. From basic to rare, every weapon has its unique quirks, and we're gonna break them down based on rarity and what they bring to the table when the action heats up. Now, if you've ever found yourself caught between two weapons and couldn't decide which one to roll with, don't worry, I've got you covered. Whether you're after pure power or you're more into strategic play, each weapon in Locked serves up something different. Some may feel like an instant game changer, while others take a bit of finesse. So grab your gear and let's talk about which weapons you should be locking in for your next match. You won't want to miss this. I'm quickly moving on to the video and I'm ranking weapons in Locked. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
A very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos. Thanks.
The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, long legs. Let's talk about one of the most underwhelming weapons in Locked. Long legs, Who thought this would be a game changer? It's a common weapon, and when you steal the ball from another player, your hitbox gets boosted. Sounds cool, right? But here's the thing, a boosted hitbox isn't really that much of an advantage when you're already struggling to keep up in the game. You're essentially giving yourself a bigger target, making it easier for others to take you out. It's like walking around with a shoot me sign on your back and not getting anything useful in return. Honestly, in most cases, long legs just doesn't stack up to other weapons. While it might sound like it could give you an edge in stealing the ball, the truth is, the hitbox boost can often do more harm than good. In a game where speed and precision are everything, this weapon just doesn't cut it. It's one of those picks you'll quickly regret, especially when you realize there are much better choices out there. So, if you're looking for something to help you win, definitely skip this one. You'd be better off without it. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, acrobatic, shadow, repel, and neurotic. Alright, let's dive into the weapons you don't exactly want to build your whole strategy around, but are still decent enough to work with. Yep, I'm talking about C tier weapons in Locked. These aren't the flashy game-changing picks, but they have their uses. And hey, sometimes you just need a solid backup. So let's break down some of these options, starting with the acrobatic. First up is the acrobatic. This legendary weapon isn't the kind you want in every situation, but if you're a goalkeeper, it might be a match made in heaven. It's all about quick recovery and making those clutch blocks with some flair. The scorpion kick or handstand to block the ball is a pretty fun feature, and once you've used it once, you unlock the dive block. It's like giving yourself a quick reset, letting you recover faster after making that block. Sure, it's not going to blow anyone away, but for goalies, it's a handy tool in the arsenal. Next, let's talk about the Shadow, an exotic weapon. This one gives you a little burst of speed, which sounds awesome, right? Well, not quite. The catch is, it's super short-lived, so it's a bit like a flash of light in a dark room. It gets you somewhere fast, but you gotta use it wisely. It can help in tight situations, maybe for a quick escape or to throw off an opponent, but don't expect it to carry you through an entire game. It's one of those use it and move fast kind of deals. Then there's the repel, which is a rare weapon. The idea is pretty simple but effective. You block the ball and send it flying in the direction of your cursor. It's pretty satisfying when you land that perfect block and send it across the field. It's not going to make or break the match, but if you're in a pinch and need to clear the ball, repel can do the job. Nothing flashy, but it's reliable when you need it. And finally, we've got the neurotic. If you've ever found yourself with a broken ankle in the middle of a game, this rare weapon comes to the rescue. It gives you a 3-second speed buff when you're injured, letting you make a quick recovery and get back in the action. It's a nice little pick-me-up in tough situations, but again, it's not something you'll be relying on all the time. Still, if you're in a bind, this could be the difference between life and death on the field. So yeah, these weapons aren't exactly the stars of Locked, but they can still hold their own if you know when and how to use them. Whether you're trying to be the slick goalie with acrobatic or just need a quick speed boost with shadow, they've got their moments. Keep these in mind when you're putting together your loadout. They might not be top tier, but they've got a place in the game. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Riptide, Speedster, Voracious, Kunigami, Snatch, Ironhead, and Direct Shot. Alright, let's dive into the B tier weapons of Locked, the ones that definitely pack a punch but just fall short of the S tier and A tier legends. These weapons are solid choices, and if you're rocking them, you're still in for some serious gameplay. But hey, there's always that extra little something that the top tier weapons have. Let's break them down and see what makes each one special. First up, we've got Riptide, the legendary weapon that lets you curve the ball to the left or right. It's perfect for those moments when you want to catch the opponent off guard with a little finesse. It's a fun weapon to use, and while it might not have the power of some other shots, that curve can definitely change the game, especially if you've got good control over it. Next, let's talk about Speedster, also a legendary weapon. This one gives you a 30% speed boost for a solid 20 seconds right after an animation. It's super useful for quickly getting across the pitch, but it works best if you're using like a short character. So if you've got a speedy little player who needs that extra burst of speed, this weapon is your go-to. Then there's Voracious, the exotic weapon. It's all about quick recovery after a broken ankle or sliding animation, which can really save your skin in the middle of an intense match. The catch? It reduces your stamina stat by 15%, so if you're okay with sacrificing a bit of endurance for speedier recovery, Voracious could be a game changer. Kunigami, also an exotic weapon, offers a strong kick that sends the ball flying across the pitch. It's reliable for long shots and clearances, and while it doesn't have the fancy tricks of some other weapons, it gets the job done with power and precision. If you need to clear the ball or make a solid offensive move, Kunigami is definitely something you'll want in your arsenal. Let's move on to Snatch, a rare weapon, and it's a bit of a game changer for goalkeepers. It gives them a 50% chance to catch the ball, which can completely shut down an attack. Of course, it's not guaranteed, but that extra chance to make a big save could turn the tide of the game when you least expect it. Finally, we've got Ironhead and Direct Shot, both common weapons. Ironhead gives a little boost to your headers, which is handy when you're trying to score off crosses, and Direct Shot gives you a power boost when you're in the goal box, perfect for those quick, direct passes that lead to easy goals. The catch with Direct Shot is that the ball has to be passed directly to you, so timing and positioning are everything. So there you have it. The B tier weapons in Locked, they're not the flashiest or the most overpowered, but they've got their strengths. Whether you're looking for speed, precision, or defensive backup, these weapons can definitely hold their own on the pitch. It's all about knowing when and how to use them. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Emperor, Formless, Sword Screw, Nagi, and Leader. Alright, let's talk about some of the absolute powerhouse weapons in Locked that can turn the tide of any match. These A-tier weapons are like the secret sauce to success, strong, reliable, and perfect for dominating the pitch. And here's the thing, rarity doesn't matter with these bad boys. Whether it's a common or a legendary, they all pack a serious punch. First up, we've got Emperor. This one's a unique weapon that's basically built for people who love that extra edge when kicking. You hit R on your keyboard and boom, your kick is instantly boosted, sending the ball flying at a ridiculous speed. It's all about taking control of that ball and watching it sail toward the goal with some serious power. If you like to throw in some flair with your kicks, this one's definitely a must try. Then there's Formless. If you're into unpredictability, this one's right up your alley. It's another unique weapon that lets you hit R and send the ball flying in the opposite direction from where you're facing. Talk about a trick move. But wait, it gets better. If the ball goes high enough, you can double jump. That's right, you can get even more height on your next move. And on top of that, with a charge kick while airborne, you can unlock a dive kick. It's the kind of weapon that makes you feel like a pro, doing things that leave your opponents scratching their heads. Now, let's talk about Sword Screw. This legendary weapon is for those who love a good spin. When you activate it, a sword erupts from the ground, striking the ball and sending it spinning back to the ground in the direction you were facing before the kick. But here's the catch, it only works if the ball is already in the air. Timing is key here, so if you can master the perfect moment, you'll have the ball spinning right where you want it. Nagi is another legendary weapon, but this one's got some serious style. You can suspend the ball in midair and then kick it once it drops back down. This gives you a chance to control the ball's timing, making it easier to line up your shot. It's perfect for players who love to play it smart, waiting for just the right moment to strike. And then there's Leader, a common weapon that's all about the team. This one buffs your entire squad's stamina, speed, and shot power. It's the kind of weapon that makes everyone around you better, which is always a win. You might not be scoring those insane highlight reel goals with Leader, but you'll definitely be setting up your teammates for success. So there you have it. These A-tier weapons in Locked are all about strategy, control, and adding that little bit of magic to your gameplay. Whether you're playing solo or with a team, these weapons have what it takes to elevate your game to the next level. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Godspeed, King, Serpent, Monster, Watchtower, Planetary, Copycat, and Ace Eater. Alright, let's talk about the absolute beast weapons in Locked, the ones you absolutely have to know about if you want to dominate the game. These weapons aren't just cool, they're game changers. Trust me, if you're looking to kick some serious butt, these are the ones you want to get your hands on. First up, we have Godspeed. This one's unique, and it's all about that next level movement. You can lunge forward on the ground or in the air, and it lets you catch the ball like a pro. Whether you're rushing to make a save or closing the gap for an attack, Godspeed's gonna get you where you need to be, fast. Then there's King, which is like a speed-fueled whirlwind of kicks. 3 kicks in random directions, each one faster than the last. Yeah, it's as chaotic as it sounds, but that's not all. The real kicker here, pun intended, is that it unlocks King's Shot, which adds an explosive edge to your gameplay. It's a weapon that's not only fun to use, but can really throw off your opponents. Now let's talk about Serpent. You'll feel like a snake charmer with this one. When you jump up, a snake bursts out of the ground, hitting the ball in whatever direction you're facing. It's definitely got that wild card energy, and it can catch your enemies off guard in the best possible way. Plus, who doesn't love a good snake-themed weapon? If you're a fan of pure chaos and control, you'll love Monster. This legendary weapon lets you send the ball forward and then dash straight to it, or you can use it while dribbling for a crazy combo. The real magic happens when you're running. Kick the ball while you're sprinting and it turns into a whole new level of powerful play. Perfect for making those quick, unpredictable moves. Want to get some serious team buffs? Watchtower is here for you. This exotic weapon summons a watchtower right onto the pitch and it boosts everyone within its AoE. Not only that, but it also increases your hitbox, so you'll have a massive advantage when it comes to defending or scoring. It's a total game changer if you're playing with teammates who know how to capitalize on the buff. And then there's Planetary, which is a solid support weapon. You activate it right after an opponent kicks the ball and it teleports you straight to it. From there, you can send the ball flying right back to them. It's all about perfect timing and positioning, making it a perfect choice for players who love to play the support role while still getting some solid kicks in. Lastly, let's dive into Copycat. This one's an exotic and it's a bit cheeky. Select an opponent and copy their weapon for a turn. The catch? You can't copy unique weapons, but still, it's a great way to throw off the other team and gain an edge, especially if you know how to use the enemy's weapon better than they do. There's also Ace Eater, a game-changing unique weapon. If you perform an M2 steal, you'll give the ball a shield, protecting it from opposing steals, but here's the catch. Once the shield is broken, the ball becomes stealable again. It's perfect for those who love a good defensive play but can still turn it around when it counts. So there you have it, the most powerful weapons in Locked. Whether you're looking for speed, chaos, or support, there's something in here for every playstyle. Which one is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.